That is a Jones up in the far turn, the Crazy Eight. And the other boat is built by you can step up. You can't go the other way. So the mod boats couldn't run with the stock boats.
So we are on our white flag. Looks like Marina decided to come back around, and
she's going to have to get going to catch them.
She's going to have to get, yeah, she's running late at this point. Not quite sure why she decided to cut the course and come back across, but obviously she
got an issue.
Didn't like something.
Ah, darn it. They have just been plagued.
4, 3, 2, 1, mark.
Well, look at that.
Start. Here we go. We've got Les in first place at this
should
point.
be a good heat, even with just 2.
Preston is in second. We have Marissa down in the second corner with a yellow flag up to warn our drivers of the fact that we have a boat down. Not sure what happened to Jetson. Les clearly has plenty of boat lengths ahead of the second place boat following behind.
I'm waiting until we get the Sidewinder back and running in vintage. I would love to do that. 2 very different boats, 2 very different eras. Jeff Richards building the 90, and that's quite some time ago. And I think, if I remember right in conversations, he's worked for both Kelson and Carrollson. And if you look at the boat and look at some of the Carrollsons, it's very similar. It's different, but it's very similar. In its heyday, that was a rocket ship. But what happens with a lot of these boats, over time they gain weight. They're repaired, they're fixed so many times. And that boat's been through a lot. I can tell you, I did a lot to it back in the day. And it hadn't been run that much since then, but it's still not what it was.
Les is looking really good out there in first place, throwing a beautiful rooster tail as he goes around the corner. We are on our white flag lap.
All right. Hopefully everybody finishes, and that would mean that Les has finished 2 heats in a row, and it's been a long time since that happened. I know after they fixed it last winter, they didn't get a full heat in, and it was broken.
And here's your winner, Les
Deathrage.
In Crazy Eights, Les Deathrage.
And I know all their thanks goes to Conrad Malmo for all his hard work in making that engine viable in this class. Conrad wanted to go old school and do it himself as far as the electronics in it. It was problematic, and finally he bought an aftermarket, and the thing came alive. And it is very competitive in 2.5 stock. And as you can see, when you run and finish, you can do quite well in the mod class as well.
Yeah.
All right. Preston Reitz, your second place boat. Come. I think Preston's fan club up here is pretty pleased. and we're going to move them to the end of the program. That's the only way that we can keep this going. Okay, you broke up. I only got the last part. What do you want? We need to run Sports C next. Then we need to run J runabout back to back. Then we're going to take the K Pro runabouts and we're going to move them to the end. They're done.
No,
Okay, I got it. So
we did
Sports
K Pro
C,
Hydro.
J runabout.
Okay.
1.5 stock formulas, GP, 350s, and then K Pro. You got it. All right, just getting the change in our lineup, and we're going to be down for a couple minutes here. All right, so let me just revise what we're doing here for everybody. Sport C, J runabout, and they'll run back to back. Then 1.5 stock, Formula 45, the GP E350, and then K Pro back to back, K Pro runabout. You saw the hydros earlier, you're going to see the runabouts now. Same engine configuration, just in a different hull. And that's the neat thing, like with the J boats. You run J stock, you pull a restrictor plate out, pull the weight out, the lead out if you've got any in your boat, and you go run K Pro. So we don't always have a myriad of contestants or boats, but we have a lot of entries at our outboard events. And it's because you take the same hull, you run different motors, different configurations.